is up, all you action figure collectors out there? And a quick side note, okay, I want to say that I have the fan running in the background. It's because there are people outside talking, and and I'm trying to drown out the background talking. Okay, so today I am back here with another action figure review, and for today's review we're going to be taking a look at another old figure, the DC Collectbles Arrow Deathstroke figure designed by Gentle Giant Studios. Alright, I've been wanting this figure for a while now. I've been wanting this, I'm guessing, since 2020, and yeah, here you do get the Arrow logo, and you do get that window box packaging, and it says figure number 3, and you get the Deathstroke name. And here on the side you do get a picture of the character, and on the back of the package it shows us other figures what we can collect. I already have the Arrow figure, and I also have the Canary figure. Now all who I don't have is the Oliver Queen figure. So I pretty much got all of this wave except for Oliver Queen. Alright, I think I might get the Oliver Queen figure. Yeah, I might get him, but right now I got this one in my hands. So yeah, so let's get this figure open and see what the fuss is all about. Okay, so now here's what the figure looks outside of the package. So before we take a look at the figure, we're going to take a look at its accessories. Okay, so the accessories what the figure comes with is that he does come with this katana. I'm thinking it's a katana. I mean, it's made out of a very fragile plastic, so I'm pretty sure if you try stabbing it in a wall too hard, which I recommend for you to not do, like this could break off of this easily. And the same with his little knives. With his little knives. Okay, and but yeah, I would say that I do like the sculpt work on here. I do say it's kind of pretty much, I say that in a lot of reviews on figures I get, but I do like the sculpt work here. And but the blade here does seem to be like a metallic solid gray, which I do think is pretty decent. The knife is sort of made out of the same material, but they kind of did sculpted the little lines on here. And I'm believing it's just plain with this smaller knife. And I really like the detail on how they did his gun. Like, it has a nice metallic silver to it, and I do like how they painted on the black here. And yeah, it's pretty decent. Also, what I do like to mention is that the figure does come with like a sword sheath, so I'm pretty sure you could easily slide it in there. I might be sliding in there wrong. Actually, I got it in good. Right, and it stays in there nice and tight, and I'd be very cautious that you be very careful when you take it out. And also what I really like about this figure is that he pretty much has a place for everything. Like, he has like a holster where you could where you could put the gun, which is far more better than the McFarlane one I have right now. And yeah, he even has I would say he does even have yeah, now I think I see it. I'm pretty sure he does have a sheath in a boot, which I would say, yeah, it's definitely for the long knife if you look at it. And I'm pretty sure the small knife is supposed to go somewhere. But oh, the gun fell out. But I can't seem to remember right now. But that's one thing I really like about this figure. Okay, now to the main reason why we're here. Now for the figure itself, I just gotta say, I just gotta say that I love this figure to death. Like this Deathstroke figure, I'm telling you, I love this figure to death. I did also get a new Doctor Strange, but out of the figures that the two new figures I've gotten today, this is obviously my favorite one that I've gotten. Like, man, like, the thing is, I went to some collectible store where they sell old collectibles and stuff, like, and when I came across this Deathstroke, I just couldn't pass him up. But man, I love this figure to death. Like just look at all the details on him. Like, it's just so effing cool. Okay, I'm pretty sure my mom will watch these videos, so yeah, I'm gonna try to avoid swearing. All right, so yeah, just look at all the details on him. Like, it's so freaking cool. All right, I'm trying to get the better lighting on it. Hold up. I'm thinking now y'all can possibly see it better. Like, I do love how they've done this. And also, if you could look at his eye, I do think that they made his eye look menacing. I think y'all guys could see it clearly. But man, I just love this figure. I do like how they painted on the blue and orange on him. Like, just look at him. Like, I do like how they painted on his armor. Like, look at all the details on him. And I do like how they have the ninja things on him. And it is a soft plastic, so I'm pretty sure if you pull on this too hard, it might have the tendency to break off. All right, and looking at the back of the figure, more detail, and oh, I think that's where the little knife is. So yeah, this is where you put the little knife actually. So like I said, this figure has a place for everything. Like, man, this figure is just so pretty sure it's I'm pretty sure it's more appropriate for me to say badass, but yeah, this figure is just so freaking amazing. Like, it's a freaking gorgeous figure. But yeah, also I do like how they painted on the gold. I think they're supposed to be brass. Like, if he kicks someone, it's going to hurt, just like, on the Batman figures I have, which I might do a Batman versus Deathstroke stop motion. All right, man, I just love this figure to death. Also, one thing what I like to mention is that he does come with his hands I'm pretty sure he could put the gun in there. Mine is pretty hard right now. I'm thinking you could. Some people are able to try to get the holding the trigger figure. I'm thinking that's the one downside about the figure, but I don't know. I mean, maybe, or maybe it just because this figure is new to me, and I don't want to force it in there and break it. All right, and he does also. I'm pretty sure he could hold this sword in both hands. But yeah, I don't want to force anything right now. Alright, but yeah, he can hold each of his weapons nice and tight. Okay, now I would say that for articulation, I would say their articulation might be good, but it is pretty, knowing that it's pretty much an old and old school DC Collectibles figure, and it was released around the time when DC Collectibles was starting to improve on articulation. Some parts might be really limited. Okay, so he could look left and right. Mine is super stiff right now. Once again, don't want to force it and break it, but hopefully gets looser over time. He cannot really look up that much, and he could look down a little bit. Okay, now he could kind of get his arm out. I mean, I'm not sure if you could fix that with the hair dryer, but it kind of could get pretty difficult to get him into fighting poses, I guess. Or maybe I just still don't want to force it and break it. Alright, so he does have he could move at the upper waist, but no waist swivel. I mean, I don't think that's really needed. I mean, because the waist swivel and the upper waist, I'm guessing that's all you need to get a figure into turning in poses. But yeah, the arms could rotate full, and single hinge elbow, so he can only bend at the elbows pretty good, but it's a pretty good single joint. Okay, and he could also rotate here, but no bicep swivel. And I'm believing he does have hinges on the hands, so good up and down movement with the hands, but it's not a horizontal joint. And yeah, he could kick forward at the leg pretty good, but he could actually kick back a little bit. Okay, and double jointed knees, so he could bend at the knees pretty decent, but no thigh cut swivel or no boot cut swivel. He's also got hinges on the feet, so good up and down movement with the feet, but he does have ankle pivot. I almost said he doesn't, and he does have ankle pivot, and he has 2 peg holes on the bottom of the feet. And also, I do like how they sculpted on the bottom of his boots. Right now, here is size comparison time. Now, here is Deathstroke on the left, standing next to Deadpool, and on the right, here is him standing next to. Here's him standing next to Deadshot and Deadpool. Oh, look! Super Kal-El, you finally got the better version of my DC counterpart. Alright, listen, Super Kal-El. Even though you might think it's pointless, how about you gotta make a stop motion video of me fighting him. Come on, please. Alright, now here is him standing next to some other figures that I love. Like here on the left, we have the DC Icons Green Lantern Hal Jordan. And on the right, we have the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive BVS Superman. And as you can see, he is definitely taller than, you know, Green Lantern, because DC icons are short. But he looks like he's a hair taller than Superman, but they're pretty much are about the same height. Right now, here is him standing next to some two Teen Titans figures. Now on the left we have the DC Multiverse Justice League Cyborg, and on the right we have the Young Justice Robin. I don't remember which line he's from, but I think he scales in perfectly with them. You know, this will be perfect for my future Teen Titans stop motion. And just for fun, here is him standing next to the Age of Ultron Marvel Legends Captain America and the movie Black Widow figure. You know, because of the martial arts thing, these two are also good at hand-to-hand combat. And yeah, I think even though they're not in the same universe, I think he matches up well with Marvel Legends. And also, here's him standing next to the McFarlane Toys Arkham Origins Deathstroke figure, and I definitely like this one better. This one is the better figure, hands down. And last but not least, here is him standing next to a DC Multiverse Mattel Justice League Batman regular suit and the season 1 Arrow figure. And also to note, I am working on trying to fix this arm and hand, because, you know, I'm still working on a way of trying to fix it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I think this is the best Batman of the best Batman of choice to go up against this Deathstroke. So yeah, and the scaling is perfect. Okay, so that will be my review. So my final thoughts on this figure, I will say that I love it. I mean, yeah, the details are really good, and the details are so good, and the articulation I will say is also even good, even though he is limited, like especially with the arms. So it's gonna be a little difficult to getting him into some fighting poses. Yeah, but Batman, he could completely move his arms, so yeah, hope it's a fair fight. I'm just joking. But anyways, yeah, that's my review. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and give your thoughts in the comments, like feedbacks or criticisms. That way I know I'm doing something right or not. Alright. Also, if you really enjoyed my video and are looking forward to me doing a Batman vs. Deathstroke stop motion, I suggest for you to subscribe. And yeah, I promise that I might try to make the time to doing a Batman vs. Deathstroke stop motion, and hopefully I could get this review out on time, because, you know, sometimes when I be making reviews, I'd be having space storage issues. But yeah, now this is Super Kal-El signing off.